You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report, Flash Report.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report, Flash Report. We're in the building. Big ups to the Pelican family members checking out the stream. Much love to you. Please hit the subscribe button. If you aren't a subscriber, please like the show as well and share it on your social media feed. Now, I'm Big Q chiming in on this edition of Pelican Flash Report. We got the co-host DC in the building. What's up, DC, and the place to be?
The place to be, it is, huh? What's up, Big Q? I'm trying to see what these rosters do, though.
Oh, yeah, we got quite a few news items we're going to drop on the family members as the season is opening up. The Pelicans are quite busy trying to fill a few of these camp spots, have a few camp bodies. We're going to share some news for you today on this edition of the Pelican Flash Report. And we're going to start the broadcast off like this. The Lakers, Celtics among team hosting Christmas Day, but guess what? They're not the only ones. According to Wojnarowski and, of course, Andrew Lopez from ESPN, they weighed in on it. In fact, that the Pelicans are a part of the Christmas Day matchup schedule. They started off at 12 p.m. The Pelicans and the Heat are at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Golden State and Milwaukee, Brooklyn, Boston, Dallas, the Lakers, and the Clippers with the Nuggets. So the Pelicans are in that thing. They kick off the Christmas Day matchup going at the Miami Heat, a very tough matchup indeed, and that is going to be interesting as the Eastern Conference champions will take on a very formidable team opening up the season, DC Pelicans Heat. Quick thoughts on that.
Exciting matchup, man. I mean, you got the people that was in the finals. You get to play them, man. And they wanted Drew Holiday so bad, so maybe they're going to come here with a little intensity, the players.
Yeah, you're looking at it, man. Eastern Conference champion Heat, they led by Jimmy Butler, Bama Bio, and a few other interesting players like Tyler Hero. And it'll be interesting.
I'll be happy to see everybody who's on this damn podcast.
Chatty Catty yourself. But anyway, let's move on to the next news note. The item in the Pelicans signed Riley Elkins to a 10-day deal. Big ups to DJ. The Pelicans have added Riley Elkins to a 10-day contract. This is via Lopez. Now, of course, this was something that Riley Elkins tweeted, earlier about him saying that he was going to sign with the Pelicans. Well, they made it official. The 23-year-old Elkins went undrafted out of Arizona in 2018. 6'5" shooting guard saw his only prior NBA action during the 2018-2019 season when he inked a two-way contract with the Bulls. Elkins split time with Chicago and the team's G League affiliate, the Windy City Bulls in Hoffman Estates, Illinois. Now, he averaged 11 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 3 assists in the matchup, less than a steal. And in 44 games for the Windy City Bulls, he did that. Elkins also suited up for the Chicago across 10 games, starting one. He averaged 12 minutes per game, 3.7 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, and assists and a half per contest. After the Bulls opted not to retain him for the 2019-20 season, Elkins played in Portugal, logging in time with FC Porto, of Portugal. So as an exhibit to 10-day signing, Elkins will join the Pelicans for training camp this month, hoping to make the Pelicans regular season roster or that of the G League affiliate, the Erie Bay Hawks up there in Pennsylvania. So that's a Pelicans signed guard Riley Elkins to a 10-day contract. We'll see how that shakes. Pelicans also added another familiar face that we didn't see around here. Tony Carr is added on a non-guaranteed contract. The Pelicans will add point guard Tony Carr to their roster on a non-guaranteed contract. This was tweeted via The Athletic by Will Guillory. Carr was drafted by the Pels with the 51 pick back in 2018 draft out of Penn State. He averaged 16.6 points per game, 5 rebounds. He had just under 5 assists during his 2 seasons with the Nittany Lions. He converted 39.5% of his long-range looks, and he had about a 78.6 percentage from the free throw line. After the draft, the 6'5" point guard went overseas for squads in Italy and Russia. He inked the deal with the Pelicans G League affiliate, Erie Bay Hawks. During the 2019-20 season, he averaged 9 points per game. There you go. Thank you. 3 assists and 2.6 rebounds in 14 games, including 5 starts for the Bay Hawks last. So he may not join the club when the games start to count. The 23-year-old will at least have a training camp to showcase his skills to the Pelican team, hungry to punch their ticket to the playoffs this offseason. And of course, we have players, promising young talent like Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, Alonzo Ball, will be flanked by new veteran additions, Eric Bledsoe, Steven Adams. Head coach Stan Van Gundy was hired this year to help push the club to the next level. All right, Ike Aniga Boo to join the Pelicans in camp. Free agent. Aniga Boo is his name. Thank you, DC, for that.
Say that the FCC gonna find us.
Free agent center Ike Aniga Boo is signing the contract with the Pelicans, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. It's a training camp deal. He's 22 years of age, and Ike was a second-round pick by the Pacers back in 2017. He failed to make an impact and was waived by the Pacers in February of 2019. He dealt with right knee issues during his young career. He appeared in 6 G League games last season for the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and averaged about 10 points a contest and 5 rebounds in 14 minutes of action for the team. So we also have Ike Aniga Boo, who is a 6'10", 250-pound center who's basically coming on for an opportunity to try out with the team.
You gotta give him a nickname ASAP, bro. They can't say his name over the loudspeaker, bro.
I'll call him IA. That's what we gonna call him. But if he makes it now, you might not even have to worry about that. But you heard me break down all these deals, DC. You heard about the Pelicans signing of Riley Elkins, also the addition of Tony Carr. Big ups to DJ. Who continues to lay out those undrafted guys to the chagrin of DC. Hold on, DC, I got one more to hit you with.
Who else?
Pelicans Gerard Uthoff agreed to a deal as well.
Right.
So remember, we talked about Uthoff. He was a Uthoff, 1-year contract. That was reported by Will Giller as well, 27 years old. He's another guy about 6'9". He got into 7 NBA games in 2019-2020. He had a big year in the G League. He averaged 19 points per game, 11 rebounds per game, 3.1 on the assist, with a shooting line of 49% from the field, 37% from downtown, and 79% from the free throw line in 34 games. He averaged about 35 minutes per game for the Memphis Hustle. He was named to the All-NBGL first team. Now, Uthoff is probably unlikely to make the Pelicans regular season roster, but that is also a man that we have to talk about, along with the additions of Willie Hernan Gomez and Wenyen Gabriel. So Uthoff as well as the free guys. So DC, take it away.
I like the Uthoff signing. I already spoke on that the other show, but a shooter, a guy potential to be a stretch for. I thought it was a good signing to pick him up, let him see what he's gonna do. The Tony Carr one was a little disheartening for me, man. Like, I don't want nothing to remind me of the Devs era, so I'm glad it's what is it? It's not guaranteed. So hopefully he can come here and showcase for somebody else, man. I just don't want nothing here to remind me of the Dell Demps era. Love to all shout outs and love to that brother though, because I know he went overseas. Hopefully he tightened his game up some. He had some potential when we drafted, so it's good to see him getting a shot back in the league. And I do Riley though. DJ Damn Show called that, and I like him though, out of Chicago, man. Good guard out of Arizona. Dude to get you some buckets, you know. So I don't want to pronounce our other man's name. Iggy. We just call him Iggy for short. Iggy. So hopefully the knees will hold up, bro. We can see what he gonna do. Join
Aniga Boo.
Aniga Boo.
No, Aniga Boo.
Aniga Boo. Okay.
Aniga Boo.
Ike Aniga Boo.
There you go.
Ike Aniga Boo.
There you go.
All
Good
right.
work, DC.
That sounds a little better.
And then we'll work on your pronunciation of Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, I was trying to speedball past that, bro. You can't keep holding it over. But hopefully his knees hold up, man, and he give us some good minutes in camp, because we got a lot of these forwards, man. So I guess we pretty much cashing in on getting our depth that way, and one of these guys that we either gonna build in the G League or turn into a two-way player. If our other two-way players don't turn, we're slowly gonna be building that G League roster. I haven't heard any news on the G League and how that's gonna operate, so it's gonna be real interesting to see how all this works out.
Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on that, DC. Do that for us. Make sure you maintain that, bro, and let us know. And at Higher Shakes, because that's DC's specialty. He got a master's in G Leagueology. So anyway, all right, let's keep it going, man. Big ups. All right, we got the next one. We got, of course, on the screen now you see New Orleans Pelicans roster 2020-2021 put together by the graphics department at the PRO Media Network and the Pelican Post Game Report. I thank the guys for doing the great work on that. The Pelican Post Game Report reports unofficial New Orleans Pelicans 2020-2021 depth chart. And of course, this is unofficial, and this is just a listing of the personnel They're not double listed like some do, but it shows all of the players currently contracted with the Pelicans in any way, whether it's guaranteed or not. So it also gives layers to it, as you can see, and give an idea of who on the team. You might not agree with the configurations, but it does give you an idea of how these guys are to be used or moved in their position. So this is not a depth chart where they created where you have a player that has multiple positions, so thus he's listed at multiple positions. No, they thought that this player would be best utilized at this position and give you an idea as well. And it can all be, adjustable. So as you look at it, you can see at the top of it, you got point guard, off guard, small forward, and power forward and center lined up across the top, the purple boxes, and underneath them, that first row of the starters, you see Zobal, Bledsoe, Ingram, Williamson, and of course Adams at the top. And then the backups, Kira Lewis Jr., JJ Redick, Josh Hart, Wenyen Gabriel. Some people might think Nicolo Melli might, he at the power forward position, but I can tend to agree with that. Like I said, this is adjustable. And of course, at the center position behind Steven Adams, Willy Hernan Gomez is the center behind him. And then of course you look at the third layer, or what we could consider third string. You see Nickeil Alexander-Walker, NAW at the point guard position, Sindarius Thornwell off guard, Nigel Marshall, two-way player. And of course, you have Nicolo Melli there, followed by Jackson Hayes. So once again, we'll see how those circulate. And then, of course, the fourth layer, the fourth stringers are Riley Elkins, Gerard Udhoff, and of course, Will Magnay, who's the foreign player that they signed, who acts more like a stretch four. He has size. And then, of course, IA is sitting there at the backup center position as well. So we know the guys at the bottom are long shots to make the team. But this is the player personnel right now for your 2020-2021 Pelicans. So DC, you see the chart, man. I know you was giving it a lot of praise early on in the pre-show meetings. Let the family know how you feel about the New Orleans Pelicans 2020-2021 unofficial depth chart.
I think it's a good idea, like you said earlier. I would like to see an actual depth chart, though. So I guess I'm gonna just have to guesstimate on where I would like to put guys, but I don't think we're going to have three guys on a second string unit. I think everybody going to make it, unless we trade JJ Redick, because he's talking about he won't play with LeBron. If he can play with any damn player, former or past or whatever, so might be sending him to LA at some point.
former or past. Huh?
He on his podcast, man. They asked him if it could be a former player or retired player. Like, out of all the players ever, you could have said anybody. He said LeBron. I was like, okay.
Didn't know LeBron retired.
He ain't retired. That's the point.
Boy, that dude's become a real chatty catty since he got that podcast, DC.
Yeah, he want that ring, man. So I said we're gonna have to let him fly, set him free, bro, and let him go get whatever he think he gonna get over there. I guarantee you this: LeBron gonna have a real ring. They gonna be getting all them damn bubblegum, pop gun, cereal, bottom of the box ass rings. That's what they gonna get him.
I think that'll suit him just fine, as long as he got one, in their opinion.
Yeah, but that would be good though for a guy like Alexander Walker, NAW. I think he could be a guy that slides in there too and goes back and forth from point guard. I don't know if Kira Lewis is going to get a lot of minutes in the beginning, if he's up to speed yet. And it's interesting that you put Nicolo Melli where he did, because I was looking at all these forwards we got. And Will Magnay can be a real threat, or Udhoff. We got two guys in similar template there to Melli, all stretch forwards right there. So he might be slowly dipping on down the chart, or we might be using him as a trade piece to possibly get something back, or find a way to package him with somebody else to offload some salary. So that's very interesting that you put that like that. I think you might be on to something. Jackson Hayes.
Me the credit for that, but that was Renee Sutton on that one, DC. So got to give her credit.
Okay, no doubt, my bad. But you know what I'm saying. I thought you probably had some input. But shout out to Renee, man. That was a smart move. Jackson Hayes, though, I think in the beginning they're gonna put him at the 2, see what he is, and maybe he gets phased out during the season and winds up training more, depending on his impact. So it's interesting to see him with the third team, or that might be where he is, man. Nigel Marshall, I'm not sure if he'll constantly be on the active roster, or he'll be like just our emergency guys. Everybody else I could see getting some type of minutes. I think Sindarius Thornwell is definitely in front of Nigel Bradham, even at the 3 spot, by him having experience in the system already and tape on him in the bubble. So it's very interesting, man. But it's a large combination of these guys. I think we're gonna see thrown out many different ways. Like we think about Bledsoe playing the 2. What if they started Brandon Ingram? They talking about playing Zion at the 3. We don't know what this gonna look like, but I can tell you, I like what I see looking at this roster, man. We have a lot of talented guys, and this does symbolize a lot of athleticism, grit, and toughness. We ain't lacking any type of talent here, but only time gonna tell how skilled these guys are. So it's gonna be determination and will for a while, and hopefully their skills will kick in with a lot of these hustle players.
Well said. And I'm gonna tell you something. Looking at this roster, what I see is I see size, I see speed, I see intensity, I see attention to detail. I see a very and then another thing, very versatile. I mean, you got big guards, you got smaller guards that are fast, you got long players that can play multiple positions. You got strong players that can play multiple positions. You got gritty, hard-nosed players, Wenyen Gabriel, Steven Adams, Josh Hart. You know, these type of guys are bullies. So you have shooters around in the JJ Reddits as well. So this is a very talented roster led by a very seasoned coach who is a winner, who knows what he's talking about. We just have to be able to give him opportunity to put it all together. But one thing I know is the Pelicans are going to the playoffs, man. We just have to stay healthy, make it through this C19 garbage, and just keep doing what we're doing. But I definitely expect the Pelicans to come out and win some games, man. I don't expect to see straight losing games like we did when you had Gentry at the helm. But we're going to see some disciplined ball. And of course, it's going to take a little bit. It's not going to be fire off like that. It's going to take some time to build this team because they have to get used to playing in this new system that Stan Van Gundy's bringing in. But, man, the whole Pelican Nation is watching, man, with a lot of intensity and a lot of enthusiasm. So this is what it is. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this installment of the Pelican Post-Game Report. Flash report. I can't say it's a flash report because it's not a fast show, but still in all, we appreciate you guys. Not our normal lengthy show, but I'd like to thank all the family members for joining us. Please hit the like button if you like the stream. Please subscribe if you're a Pelican family member as well. And I also like to turn it over to DC. DC, take it away.
Got one more thing I want to add, family. I just got a quick question I'd like to ask. It's a pretty interesting opportunity that I ran across, and I'm just wondering, out of all these years, 10 to 15 years or so, all the money that flowed through your bank account, how much money have you made off? I made a lot, a little, none? Well, even if you made a lot, if you would like to make more, what if I told you there's a skill or a way that you could learn how to multiply your income? Would you be interested? If you are, I'd like you to text Run the Play so I could give you the play to 504-644-7584. That's text Run the Play to phone number 504-644-7584. Now y'all get busy and run the play.
That'll do it for the Pelican Post Game Report. Thank y'all for joining. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the show on your social media feed, and we'll see you on our next show on Friday after 9. Peace.
Peace.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.